Hey friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Ken Smith, just an old guy having fun with trains. Today, I'm in Roanoke, Virginia, home of 611, the Queen of Steam, home of Norfolk and Western, home of Old Winston Link, but that's not why I'm here today. I'm actually here today to walk inside that hobby shop because after 37 years of servicing this community, it's closing its doors. Let's go inside and find out the story. It's really not a sign that is very greeting, like all of your other signs are for a hobby shop, but this is a sad story. After 37 years, they are closing. Next Saturday will be their last day, and I drove all the way up from South Carolina, cut my time down there short just so that I could be here. So let's go inside. I don't know about you, but when I go to a store closing sale, I have one of two general thoughts and emotions that run by me. If it is a store that I don't normally shop at, I go with the expectation of finding something that perhaps I want, and I'm generally excited about getting it for a great price. But then there is the other side of the coin. I go to a store closing sale, and I'm saddened that my store will not be around, and I can no longer get what I need or what I am looking for. These were the very thoughts and emotions that were running through my mind as I stared at near empty shelves and display cases. Cases once filled with steam and diesel locomotives and other rare items, like this red drover's caboose that was custom painted. This was a store that was once filled with just about anything the model railroader or the model builder wanted. But now, shelves are virtually clearing out before my eyes. And it wasn't just shelves, but the walls too. Empty spaces were quickly spreading from one wall to another. I saw a repair room filled with parts and imagined several employees working on customers' locomotives or switches or transformers. But now, it's a room filled with only silence and memories. Display layouts no longer operated and were serving as storage as items were quickly vanishing. Imagine owning a business that you pour your heart and soul into it, only to find at the end of 37 years, you can't sell it and nobody is interested in carrying the torch so that future generations can shop for their wares. If you are like me, I enjoy seeing something in person, especially when it comes to this hobby. I need to know that it's going to fit. I need to see the detail in a particular steam locomotive or a structure. And you can't do that shopping online. What I did not know was that the rail yard has been a major member and supporter of the International Plastic Modelers Society. For decades, it has been the home of Roanoke Valley IPMS and has graciously and generously donated time, money, kits, raffle donations, and more to the yearly Virginia Shootout Model Convention, as well as other events that the RVIPMS has promoted. The IPMS stated that there can be no better ally to the plastic modeler than Jim Molinari and the crew of the rail yard. One customer mentioned that he knew that this day was coming. He noticed that paints had not been restocked for a while, but he really was concerned about the massive amount of train and hobby knowledge that was going to be lost because of the store closing. Now, I did notice that the paint selection was very limited, in fact, and I did manage to grab a few bottles of some of my favorite colors as paint was marked down to 50% off. One of the longtime employees shared with me that the store started originally as a partnership 37 years ago. But like all partnerships, there came a split, and eventually Jim kept the name and moved while the partner kept the location. The employee continued on by telling me that Jim has moved a few times since then, but he believed that he was at his current location for approximately the last 14 years. As I saw an owner and his wife helping customers check out and make what perhaps could be their customer's final purchase, I could not help but wonder what the two of them might have been thinking. Whatever it might have been, what I was witnessing was a husband and wife who were partners not only in a hobby shop, but partners in life. I'm sure that they will manage their next adventure just fine. Obviously, Jim was way too busy to actually have a conversation with him. You saw that from the video footage, but I actually got to talk to him for just a few seconds while we was checking out and making my purchase. Obviously, Jim and his wife were very busy. They wanted to greet customers for the last time. totally understand that. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a wonderful day, and you all be blessed.